Okay. First of all, I wanted to hit on sort of my content style. My content style is communicative. It's me sort of searching through my thoughts and basically communicating with myself and contemplating in real time. Um, on the other hand, it's an invitation for others to reply and to iterate, because I want to be in communication with my, sort of my starseed brethren, my occult contemporaries, the whole thing. Not really in conversation in the sense of inviting, a bunch of random assholes to come and, share their, quote unquote opinion. Um, but, real experience. Real, you know, practically real knowledge. Even if the knowledge is a bit wrong, still an experienced, lived knowledge is, obviously more powerful than just people that, read some books or something. Or, like, there's really no need for people who are like doubters or anything like that to, I mean, it's good to doubt for sure, but for people that, a lot of people feel the need to inform you that you're, a schizo or whatever. In my case, I'm such a vicious piece of shit about it that typically, like, no one has accused me of being a schizo in what, 3-4 months. Which I just keep putting out more and more hardcore, like, woo-woo type material. Also, I think I'm picking up more momentum because people are, I'm meeting people who basically have had very similar or the exact same experiences as me. So, it doesn't really hit hard when people call me a schizo or something like that, or, you're cooked, whatever it is. Oh, astral projection isn't real. I get into it sometimes with amorc assholes, but lately I just, when I see people say something like, basically not seeing the sort of ethereal reality, I'll just block them because there's kind of no point to them seeing my content anyways. But yeah, this content, that what I'm making, I'm trying to communicate with everyone else. Just by the merit of making content, you do become an authority, I think. Like, I know some people who are an authority that, are based, in reality, they're just people that are, get up every day and post stuff, you know what I mean? And maybe do some psychic services on the side. You don't have to be some kind of brilliant genius ordained, with some kind of big divine mission to just post online. But at the same time, I would turn it around and say, the work is, the work here is to just get out there and post it, to just get out there and say your piece, say your experience. I think there's a lot of good to be done. I don't think anyone, has to or anything, but yeah, I wish more people would. So, anyways, yeah, let us all build, Solomon's temple together, or even a little problematic to mention Solomon. Let us build the temple together, of the temple of knowledge. It can be a tabernacle, it can be a pyramid. It doesn't matter the shape you conceptualize it as. Let's build the temple of knowledge together, and make humanity maybe like a little bit more impressive in its presentation when, you know, whoever gets here.